Hi, this is Dr. Jenny, Masterclass instructor and clinical sports psychologist. A lot of what I do is work with equestrians with regards to either performance or fear-related issues. So one thing I wanted to talk to you about today is losing your mind. Have you ever felt like you're riding along or preparing for something and you blank out? You sort of tune out, check out. You could actually go in and ride a course or ride a dressage test and have no memory of it. That's what I call losing your mind. And what happens to us when we become elevated, intense, anxious, or even fearful is that our brains change. The way that our brains change is with regards to blood flow. So we'll lose some of our blood flow actually to this big part of our brain that you may have heard of referred to as the frontal lobe or the prefrontal cortex. And this is where all of our executive functioning, decision-making, sort of cognitive events occur. When we get upset or anxious, or the rest of our body says, oh no, I may die, I need that blood. And so it takes it. And when we don't have that blood to think, we can lose memory, like I said, cognition, and for sure focus. Now, with regards to performance, focus is key. So if you're losing your mind, you can't really focus on much of anything. I have actually been to dressage shows where I've watched riders with a reader. So someone's reading the test to them. Turn here, do this, do that, and they've still gone off course. Or I've been at hunter jumper shows and people have come out of the ring and they're like, what did I do? Did I actually ride my course the way I was supposed to? So these are the things that happen to us when we lose our mind. You feel this just disconnection completely from what's going on. That's in the horse world. A similar way to think about it is, have you ever driven anywhere or driven home from somewhere and you kind of like tune out, you're a little bit foggy, maybe a little bit dreamy even, and you get home and you're like, how did I get here? Right? So there's all different ways we can lose our mind. Now, typically when we're driving, it's from muscle memory. We have all those repeated events of driving that same way, that same direction, that same course. So you just sort of tune out and you make your way home. And then you think, how did I get here? When we experience it at a horse show, it's usually because we're elevated, anxious, or fearful. The body will hijack the blood from the brain. And that's when we feel that experience of losing our mind. So it's actually really what we do. We actually lose our mind because we lose some of our cognitive capacity for these threatened, fearful, anxious moments. Okay, so what do? One of the great ways you can recover some blood flow and gain back some of your cognitive capacity is through what I like to call 10-step diaphragmatic breathing. So when you breathe, it connects your body to your brain, believe it or not. So when you breathe in, that's an elevation if you think about it. And when you breathe out, it sort of signals relaxation. So think about watching the Olympics, right? I love to watch the Olympics, or a basketball game also is a good example. So think about an athlete on the line, on the starting line, on the free throw line. What part of their breath are they focusing on? It's the exhalation. So the exhalation part of the breath cycle actually helps us to calm ourselves down. So you breathe in, and that you can even see, like physiologically, you breathe in and you elevate. As you exhale, you relax. So think about watching someone on the starting line for the 100-meter dash. What do they look like? Right? The big cheeks as they exhale. It's the exhalation that lowers some of those intensity levels in the body and in the brain. So when you do 10-step diaphragmatic breathing, there's a count of 3 for the inhalation, then a count of 3 to hold, and then the exhalation is a count of 4. So just a little bit longer. The longer you can exhale, the more relaxation and calm you can physiologically induce, which then has a psychological ramification, right? So we're gonna try this. You ready? Okay, everything uncrossed. Uncross your arms, uncross your legs, whether you're sitting, whether you're standing. And I'm gonna count and you're gonna breathe, okay? So you're gonna breathe in to the count of 3, then you're gonna hold it for 3, and then you're gonna exhale nice and slowly. Ready? Breathe in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. How do you feel? A little bit more relaxed, a little bit more calm. Now you can repeat that as many times as you want. And the cool thing is as you do it more and more, your body will learn, oh, she's breathing. That means relax. So practice this whenever you start to feel elevated and let it help you get your mind back.